My sister played a scam and had me take the blame. I ended up in jail for 2 years, sharing a cell with a wealthy woman who had been in a drunk driving accident. Her legs were crippled, but I managed to heal her using a bone-setting therapy passed down from my grandfather. After my release, the wealthy woman had someone transfer $10 million to me. I called my parents, but they thought I was talking nonsense. When I returned home, my sister greeted me with sarcasm. You've really brought disaster upon us. With a criminal in the family, those elites look down on me now. She told me to leave and cut ties with me. My father said, if you had any sense, you wouldn't have come back. From now on, fend for yourself. My mother added, maybe you should place an ad in the newspaper declaring you're not our daughter. My heart trembled uncontrollably. I went to jail for my sister, yet they treated me like a disgrace. It was too much to bear. Despite being the one who contributed to the family, they just wanted me gone. Holding back tears, I thought of my grandmother, the only one who cared for me, and called out to her. Hearing me, she looked at me and forced a smile. Valentina, you've suffered. Your parents and sister just talked that way. Don't take it to heart. She was holding a feather duster, and I wasn't sure what she intended to do. If my parents and sister were just joking, it would have been okay. Valentina, since you've been in prison, by the old family rules, I need to pour a bucket of water over your head to drive away the bad luck and hit your back a few times so you'll behave and not cause trouble, she said. Then she signaled to my mother, who indeed came over and doused me with cold water. It was free. Zing. My sister sneered at me, Grandma is too old and weak to punish you, so I'll do the honors. She actually took the feather duster and started hitting me. I was furious to the extreme. I was the scapegoat, and the real criminal was her. How could she act and speak this way without a shred of decency or humanity? I wanted to retaliate, but my parents and grandmother immediately grabbed my wrists. I stared coldly at my sister. She seemed a bit frightened. I threw the feather duster down and decided to go to my room to dry off. Pushing open the door to the small storeroom, my supposed bedroom, I found it had been turned into a cat room, with 2 cats staring at me from their cages. How did my room turn into a cat house? I asked. My father spoke up, we never prepared a room for you. If you insist on staying, sleep on the floor. He said I was a burden and that my sister's room would need further renovations. It turned out their affection was all pretense. They had always loved only my sister, treating me worse than a servant. My heart grew cold. Thinking of the $10 million bank card in my pocket, I knew I wouldn't end up homeless. I still had some leverage. I wanted to see just how much more cruelty they could show. Fine, then I'll sleep on the floor. Then just lie there, my mother said. You want a blanket or mattress? We don't have it. We're not rich, you should understand. She threw an old slipper at me, claiming I was dirtying the floor. Just as I was about to put it on, my sister threw it out the window. You should stay barefoot. Oh, if you want to eat, make it for yourself. All the household chores are yours too.